Hello, Mark Crossfield here in my hands today. Two of my favourite drivers at the moment actually, SLDR S460, this is the fixed neck one, hitting up against the Ping G30. I know you guys love a good matchup. We're going to give these two a hit. We got Pro V1 X's on the floor type list, then my GC2, we're going to give you some real ball data as well. Tell you why I use the one I do, which is TaylorMade SLDR S460. But let's show you how close it would be if I was hitting one made to use Ping G30. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, two drivers, which one should you bag? I bag the TaylorMade SLDR S460, but the Ping G30 is a very close second at the moment. Two of maybe my favourite drivers. So putting them down on the ground, we get grey head in the S to the black face, to the all black face in the Ping G30 to the black head to the black face. You get the stabilize or turbulators, sorry, the turbulators on top, which are these ridges that you see trying to squeeze as much club head speed out of the head with airflow over the head is what Ping are saying. The Ping looks bigger, they're both 460, but the Ping looks bigger because it's been squashed and pulled back a bit more, so its footprint, if you like, is bigger. So putting it down by the ball, I would say the Ping would offer a little bit more kind of friendliness out of the two. Now you've got low back CG on G30, which offers as high MOI as you can get out of club. MOI, resistance to twist, good if you're not hitting the middle of the face all the time. SLDRS has a CG low and forward, so that'll be less on the MOI, so it'll have more twist as you miss hit, which might tilt your spin axis, so your ball might spin more offline. But you will usually use more loft in the loft up campaign to the SLDRS over the Ping. So I'm a 9 in the Ping G30 and a 10 in the SLDRS, and I've been up to 11.5s in the TaylorMades as well. So what you lose in MOR, you might gain in a little bit of loft, because lofting up will kind of reduce the D-plane effects tiny bit, if anyone understands D-plane, but minuscule. Look, let's give them both a hit and see exactly what they're all about. We're going to present the real numbers at the end to show you why I use the club I do. But I like SLDRS because I like the spin numbers it gets, which I'll show you. I love the look of it. It's a lovely little round shape. It's big enough to give me some kind of confidence, and I'm loving the grey top. Purely my opinion on the grey top. There's no other reason why, apart from I just like the look of it more than I do out of the normal SLDR, which is more expensive and has the changeable neck. I don't need the changeable neck because I'm going to keep mine, once it's spec, pretty much the same loft. You've also got a sliding rail on the back of SLDR, which I have 2 marks away from its kind of designated middle area, or not middle, it's kind of designated neutral area, because its neutral area is more towards the heel. I line it up with the middle of the club. And I didn't say here on the Ping you do get a changeable neck, so if anything on the Ping you're getting more changeability almost. Well, about the same, isn't it, because you've got the slidable neck, but you haven't in the S. It's fixed, where the G30 you get a changeable loft by 0.6 of a degree and 1 degree I think it can move. Right, SLDRS, let's hit it. Black face silver head, I do love the look of. I love the flight on this club. Sound is nice, it's solid, it's not too tingy, but it's not too dull. It's a nice combination between the two. I've actually really got used to looking to loft, and when we went up to, I was lucky enough to go up and film with some TaylorMade golfers, you know, tour players, Justin Rose and Stevie Gallagher and Johan Carlson it was. And I've totally got used to looking at loft now, and I really enjoy it. And they said similar things, so I feel like I could almost take loft off and add. I feel I can do more if you give me more loft. Like if you give me a 9-iron over a 5-iron, I always feel I can do more with a 9-iron than a 5-iron. So I'm actually really used to looking at loft, and that was one of the first things I didn't like at the start, but totally now actually really enjoy looking at the loft. Again, that really nice. It's a lovely looking flight. It kind of rainbows up and then just keeps going. So SLDRS, fixed neck is fine for me. Sliding bar, whatever, just get that set when you buy it and keep it there. I love the look and I love the flight it gives, and we'll show you the numbers in a second. If we compare that up to the G30, so you've got the turbulators on the top, which lots of people kind of talk about as the main event. Ping are kind of talking a lot about them as well, with their kind of fast taglines around. Again, like I said in other videos, G30 for me is just a very stable driver. Stable meaning as in if you're not in it out in the middle of the club, this driver is going to help you maybe more than any other driver out in the market, and I don't see a negative in that personally. The turbulators really frame the ball up nicely, I think, now, where I didn't like them at the start. They've totally grown on me. I could absolutely gain this club. Let's just give it a hit. Again, it's a good flight. It's a slightly different looking flight, more kind of forwards rather than the rainbowy flight. It's a louder sound. It definitely makes more of a ting, a ping. It's a ping. How many times have I said that? It still kind of tickles me, that one. But it definitely makes more of a pingy sound, which I think for lots of people they'd actually like. But for me, G30 guys, you should be buying it if you like the look of it and you want something that is as friendly as you can get your hands on, because you're going to struggle to find a driver that's as friendly as this one. Again, that's a nice hit, slightly left, but it makes a lovely big sound. It does make you feel like you've absolutely boomed it with the sound of it off the face. It's just different acoustics. Let's look at some numbers and talk to you why I use the club I do. It's so close with all these drivers nowadays. It literally comes down to looks and feel. And then the little thing with the loft up campaign in TaylorMade does work for me. Let's show you the numbers and show you why. Right guys, numbers time, using my Pro V1X balls, my tightest balls, SLDR S. So averaging total carry 268, my furthest one out there at 276. And then the rollout is always often a bit more with this one, because if you look at the spin, I'm averaging spin at 1.9. It's the lowest spinning driver out there for me. It always averages under 2,000 as a general rule, which I love. Launch is nice and high, so it's launching at 16, averaging 15.6. Getting some up at 16.6, so obviously the first one I caught slightly out the bottom of the club. It's short and it's launching low and it's spinning, which launched down at 14. If you compare that to G30, G30's 15.7, this one's 15.6. It's actually closer to 16. If you look at the two, there's that low launching one there that kind of skewed it a little bit. Average ball speed 152 on G30, 152, exactly the same ball speed on SLDRS. So in theory, should be going very much the same distance. Where have we gone? G30, 268, 268. Identical average carry, so you can see how close it is for me on those two drivers. There's literally nothing in it. It's that lower spin, which in theory on a simulated impact like this, so 282 total roll, 282 on the SLDRS. I mean, they're exactly the same on the roll numbers. It's just my biggest ones, 288 with a 276 down to 284 on the ping. I can just squeeze that fraction more out more consistently with SLDRS. But what I actually can do with both of these clubs is hit them identically. As you can see there, how close those numbers are. There's next to nothing in it. I'm bringing that down to, I like the fact the spin's less. So when I play into the winds, I've noticed that, I see that, my playing partners see that, you see it on the playing videos, it just keeps going. I don't get that spinny one up in the air. I'm really used to looking at loft now. It's quite confidence inspiring looking at loft on the driver rather than no loft and feeling almost like I have to try and push it up in the air all the time. With the SLDRS, I actually feel like I can hit ones down. Sounds funny, but you give me more loft, it feels easier to take loft off almost, or that feeling, even though I actually physically don't go below the 10 to hit it. I always add dynamic, just a less dynamic loft added. But you see it's very, very close. Go and get fit yourself. You'll notice with most modern equipment nowadays, it's all so similar, guys. It really comes down to very, very fine little kind of things that just will tickle your fancy, from a look to a feel to a sound, those kind of things. So many people are out there thinking one driver's better than the other. I see comments, oh, I hit this driver and it's so much better than all the other drivers. Is it really? Or are you not just hitting that one bit better on that day? Post comments down below. Love to hear which one would you go for. Turbulators, love them, hate them. Loft up, buy into it or don't. Again, you got 10 degrees to 9 there. You can't loft up the one with the CG in a different place. You've got to have the CG in the right place for the loft up to work. It's not just a blanket statement. Post comments, love to hear. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show, get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.